Hello guys, good day everyone. My name is Adiomi Sherifat. I am a natural therapist. I'm the face behind Chadibis Complementary Healthcare and you're welcome to this video. So this video will be about organic series. That's the first video on organic series. What do I want to tell us about organic series? Just like I said in my previous video, what makes us fall sick? What makes us fall sick are things that goes into our body system, either through our skin, through our eyes, our nose, our mouth. Those are the things that makes us fall sick, aside from the internal ones, in which is caused by aging and some things we take into our body system that goes in through the mouth. So when you talk of things that goes in through the mouth, we talk about drugs. We talk about especially those that are in the habit of taking painkillers all the time. Those things, they do a lot of harm than good. We talk about food, we talk about water or any liquid at all. So those are the ones that will go into our body system and affect it. How about the external ones? The external ones are things like pollutants in the air, like flames, especially when you stay in an industrial area or you stay close to those that smoke. If we can or cannot control the external forces like the smoke, like those that live in factory areas, like those production factories that produce, the smoke goes into the air and then pollute the environment. The car dust, the car fumes, they do their own too. Dust does its own too. Chemical in the air too is there. Those what actually goes into our body system takes 90% of what can make our body systems fall ill. Yes, what goes into our system through our skin, that means the cream we decide to use, they also play a major role. What goes into our system through the eyes, through the nose, through the skin pores, through the mouth is the biggest one. So those that goes through the skin, the eyes, the nose, just little by little, like it takes a very longer period of time before they get into our blood cells. Yes, because of course the skin has its own about 3 layers. Then after the 3 layers, it will still have to pass through some things before it can reach the blood cell. So that might be a long-term stuff, and then it's not really the accumulation is not so high that it would affect us in days and years. All right, so but the major thing is what goes into our mouth, what passes through this mouth. This mouth and this nose. Yes, for the nose is also important because talking about those that live in an industrialized areas, that they have factories that they produce every time, they're into production every time. So they either their plant or the machines they use would bring out these very thick films, and those films are very, very dangerous to our health. And also for those that live around people that smoke around their areas, places like rough places. I don't want to mention names. I'm a cheetah breed myself, so I understand what I'm saying. If you're a cheetah breed, you'd understand what I'm saying. Well, if you are not, all I'm trying to say is those that stay around people that smoke different kinds of hard drugs, hard substances. Lagos Island, in fact, almost everywhere. It's almost everywhere. If you go to rough areas, you find them there. Those are also at the risk of serious diseases, especially diseases like diseases of the lung cancers and all of that. Excuse me. If that is out of it, the only next thing that needs control is what goes into this mouth. You see our mouth? It can make us and it can mar us. Yes, depends on what you choose to put into it. Your mouth can kill you, can make you sick, it can kill you, and it can make you, the most intelligent person on earth, the most productive, the highly productive person on earth. Depend on what you choose to do with it. So talking about what goes into our mouths, we talk about food substances, we talk about liquid substances. So we can divide liquid substances into water and other substances like carbonated drinks, like our wine, our minerals, our juices, and so many other things some people take in liquid form. But the most popular ones are the carbonated drinks, wines, juices, and water. And for food, yes, definitely we have rice, beans, and all of, and what have you. Well, when I'm talking about food here, I'm talking about the food that is grown from the soil. Yes, we have different types of junk foods around now. I'm not talking about junk food now. So if you are doing junk food, let me talk about junk food because it also goes through the mouth. So if you're the type that does junk food a lot, it's very risky for you. It's very, very risky for you. You do well for yourself and your body system to do away with it. Junk food, carbonated drinks, I think most people know that now. Now that almost everybody is falling sick, we are making our researches, we have realized now that things like junk food are not good for this body system. So what I actually want to focus on now is the food that grow from our soil, the organic food. Yes, after you have discovered that junk food is bad, you don't want to take carbonated drinks anymore, or because it's too sugary, or because you know it's bad for your health, then what do you want to take? You want to start eating like the normal food that's grown from the soil and thinking, okay, that means I can say I'm eating healthy if I'm eating the normal food that grows into the soil. I'm here to tell you that you are still sitting on a very, very long thing. Yes, you are sitting on a very long thing. Just because the food that you will find in the general market, when you say you want to eat, you go to the market, buy your food stuff, buy the soup, buy everything. Most of the food found there, especially foods like rice, beans, yam, all of it, I can gladly tell you, I can convincingly tell you that all of it are chemicalized. How do I know? Yes, I know now. We all know these things now. We all live in Nigeria now. How would you say you want to cook yam? You would cut the yam, then the yam would turn from color white to color pink or red. How now? How is that? How it used to be years back when our forefathers, when they were eating their own? That is not, it wasn't like that then. So definitely you should know something is wrong. Nowadays you eat beans and then you feel, some people will just start gassing up, they'll feel bloated stomach, they feel chest pain, they'll feel gas around their chest area, they would not feel comfortable because they want to eat beans. What then do you want us to eat? What then are we going to eat? We have run away from junk food. We know junk food is bad. Okay, now let us eat the food that God grew for us from the soil. No, you see the same problem. Okay, so back to talking about beans. Beans nowadays is grown with chemical after it is being harvested and it gets to the market, because we all know that beans can attract, weevils and other kind of insects. The people that are selling it, I don't want to mention any tribe, but what they do is so that weevils will not penetrate into the beans or make it look bad or make it lose its weight, so that it will not get spoiled on them. They will still go ahead and put snipers, things like snipers, and they put other things that we don't know of, but definitely we know of snipers.